In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, peace be upon you, dear viewers. This question is commonly asked, and everyone wants to know what happens when a human soul departs. What is the state of the person at that moment, and what advice does Satan give in their ear? In today's video, we will discuss something that you may not have known before. When the soul departs, the person's mouth opens. The lips can no longer stay closed. The soul ascends, pulling upward, reaching the lungs and the heart. It then begins to move outward, leaving the body. This is the moment when, within a few moments, the person can see both Satan and angels in front of them. On one side, Satan whispers advice into their ear, and on the other, the person's tongue is attempting to speak according to their deeds. If the person is righteous, their mind guides their tongue to recite the Shahada, testimony of faith. If the person is a disbeliever, sinful, polytheist, or worldly, their mind becomes confused and overwhelmed with fear, and they struggle to utter even a few words, attempting with great difficulty to speak. All this happens so rapidly that the mind doesn't even have the chance to think about worldly matters. As the soul departs, the mind feels excruciating pain, but it cannot react because the soul leaves the body and gathers in the throat. The body becomes like a lifeless lump of flesh, with no ability to move. Eventually, the soul of the mind is also pulled, and the eyes witness the departure of the soul. The pupils of the eyes move upward or toward the direction the angel is taking the soul. After this, the journey of the soul begins, passing through layers of suffering before reaching realms of comfort, as promised to those who leave this world and never return. This happens because their soul is waiting in the realm of Barzakh, the intermediary state, where its final resting place will be assigned. What may seem like a long period to us on earth is, for these souls, nothing more than a few seconds. Even if someone passed away millions of years ago, the soul of a believer is extracted with ease, like removing hair from dough, while the soul of a sinner is dragged toward a thorny tree, much like dragging cotton cloth over it. May Allah, the Almighty, grant us the blessing of reciting the Shahada at the time of death and take our souls in ease, forgiving us through His mercy. When the angel of death came to take the soul of Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, he asked, "Have you seen a friend taking the soul of his beloved one?" The angel replied, "Let me ask Allah." He then went before Allah and received the command to deliver the message. Have you ever seen a friend who would refuse to meet his beloved? When Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, heard this, he understood that death was the means to meet Allah, and he eagerly said, "Hurry, hurry, take my soul quickly, and bring me to my Lord." This was the desire of Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, to be swiftly reunited with his beloved Lord. This is why it is said in a Hadith Qudsi that the yearning of the righteous for the meeting with Allah increases after their passing. And Allah Himself says, "I am even more deserving of their meeting." When the soul departs, the mouth opens, and the lips cannot stay closed. The soul ascends, drawing upward, and as it reaches the lungs and the heart, the breath begins to move outward. The devil whispers in the ear of the departing soul, advising not to utter the Shahada or any words that would suggest that the person is a Muslim or among the righteous. The question then arises, what special qualities does the human soul possess? What is it about the soul that has led to so much research, including attempts to measure the weight and speed of the soul? Research has also been conducted on the decay of the body shortly after the soul leaves, which shows the immediate effects on the body. The speed at which the soul departs from the human body and the rate at which the soul exits the body during death has been the subject of research. To explore this, experts in the United States conducted studies. Medical professionals and researchers attempted to gather results through various investigations. Similarly, American experts also conducted another study to observe the speed of the soul's departure. Researchers at Stanford University in the U.S. claim that for some time after death, human hair and nails continue to grow. This is primarily because not all cells of the body die at once. Rather, death spreads gradually throughout the body. Experts claim they successfully recorded the spread of death through the human body and observed its progression. Researchers stated that death travels through the human body at a speed of approximately 2 meters per hour. The study revealed that the cells in our body are spaced about 1 centimeter apart, and it takes roughly 5 hours for the human body to completely die. A study published in the American Journal of Science and Health 23 reported that the speed of the soul's departure was recorded using a computational model, a complex process that faced many failures. According to experts, the spread of death in human body cells is referred to in medical terminology as apoptosis, which was practically observed in this study. It should be noted that in December 2017, experts conducted research on the functioning of the human brain after death, based on which they claimed that humans are aware of their own death because the brain continues to work at that time. Experts further claim that they had reached conclusions in favor of ongoing research about life after death. Now, the question arises whether human death is painful or easy. According to this research, it is proven that a person can feel whether their death is painful or easy. It is often said that when a person is dying, they cannot sense their own death. However, this study suggests that the intensity of pain can be understood because, as everyone knows, the human brain is responsible for perceiving pain. Our body's nerves send messages to the brain, which then interprets the intensity of the pain. When life is coming to an end and the soul is departing, research indicates that the person can indeed feel their death because their brain is still functioning. This implies that the person can sense whether their soul is leaving easily or with difficulty.